Hi everyone, today I am potting up a beautiful arrangement of flowers that the butterflies and the hummingbirds are just going to love. So if you have a sunny spot and you want to invite pollinators to your deck, your yard, the outside of your front door, then keep watching because this is a wonderful combination for you. The first thing that's going to go into my planter is going to be the stunning centerpiece here. These are Pentas, and Pentas get tall and luscious, and we had the most beautiful swallowtail on this plant last year. Oh my goodness. And it was just like made for butterflies. They come, they perch. They come in a light pink. This is going to be a darker pink, a rose. And I think I have another light pink one here. So these three are going to cluster in the center of my planter here and just beckon all those wonderful butterflies right over. Let's get these planted in here first. So these get pretty big, I have to tell you. It says, oh, let's see how tall. Up to 22 inches. Mine didn't get quite that big last year, but they did get pretty tall, I have to tell you. Oh, let's add a little more dirt in this planter too. Okay, I'm so excited to get them planted up. I didn't even put the dirt that I wanted to top it off with. There we go. Okay, we want lots of happy dirt in here. Potting mix for my Pentas. Look at that. So last year was also my first year trying Pentas in our deck planters, and I really enjoyed that experience of trying out some new things. And when I saw how the butterflies kept coming to this type of plant, I knew this was one that was going to come back into the garden somewhere. And I got these three, at the beginning of the season more, I think. And I've been debating, should I put them in the ground? But I love having them up on the deck because then it entices those butterflies really close and I can look right out and see them. So that's why a lot of those deck planters are there, because they bring me joy when I'm inside too. Okay. Now I could probably honestly leave it just like that. That looks very nice. We have our Pentas. It's going to keep growing up and out. But you know me, I like to put more things in my pot. So let's see what else might be good here. I have an extra Supertunia Vista Bubblegum. And the pink, of course, is so perfect in here. This will trail over the edge. So I'm gonna give this a nice edge spot here. And I'm gonna point it out a little bit. Now, we're starting to look a little leggy, meaning it's getting a little long. And I want this to bush out a bit more. So all you do is you go through. And I know this is hard to do because I'm taking the blossoms right off, but I want that branching. I'm thinking, okay, in a couple weeks, what do I want it to look like? I took that right down, and it doesn't have to be pinched at any special place. Now it's going to start branching out more from there and filling in. Licorice plant. I love it. It comes in different colors. This is limelight. It is that yellow color. So I'm thinking, how about a spiller on this side that has this beautiful chartreuse that just literally glows in your garden or in a pot, especially when you're looking out and the sun is setting. You really see these more lime green colors really, really well. I'm noticing that with my hostas that I have around, and I love that. Okay, so I have a couple trailers there, and then take a look at this. I have never planted one of these before. This plant is not grown for flowers. This is grown for the foliage. This foliage is this beautiful silver blue green, a color that I don't have in here yet. So it's going to get to be about 8 to 16 inches. So these will still be really tall. But I think if I put it over here, you're just going to have some of these, they call these icicles, sort of coming through. It just looks like, I don't know, it looks kind of like my cat's tail. It makes me want to just pat it. So I think this will be the Heliochrysum is the formal name for it. These icicles are just going to be exactly what's needed here. And of course I didn't really leave myself space for it. So if that happens, put some of your potting mix into one of these little cups, then save it for later on because you might need it somewhere else. I noticed I have a bunch of these around the yard being waited to be needed. Okay, there we go. Notice that I'm planting on the grass here. That's because I have learned by now. I am messy at this, but you know, I can just sort of wash this down into the grass. The grass will think it's good. Whoops, and we'll be all set. Here we go. Oh yeah. That is just so cute. And now I can fill in with some of my potting mix. Love this. Definitely different than anything I've done in the past. Okay. So here we have our beautiful star flower, our Pentas, our bubblegum Supertunia, our licorice plant, and then these little frothy icicles coming up in the back in that nice ice blue color. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of the Biotone fertilizer on here. Okay. I'm just checking to make sure that everything is settled in well. You do want to tamp it down a little bit just so that it's nice and secure. If you're like me, we have a ton of chipmunks too. They will be here to check out anything that is newly planted, and they tend to dig up things that aren't kind of nicely tamped in. Okay, oh, this is going to be such a nice addition to the deck. So if you're thinking that you want those butterflies, those hummingbirds close to you somewhere, plant up a planter similar to this, and then keep it nearby so you can observe all those wonderful things coming to see your flowers. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.